Right now at 5, the latest tracks for Raphael take it farther from Louisiana, but we still have a heavy rain threat we need to talk about, potential impacts to the weekend, and tracking rain today.
Plus, the NOPD looking for leads after 4 armed robberies happening in a 4-hour stretch, why they believe one person could be responsible for all of these crimes.
And working to curb animal shelter overcrowding, the proposal coming up in St. Tammany that aims to prevent another overpopulation crisis. WDSU News at 5 starts right now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WDSU News at 5.
Right now, there are 2 weather headlines that we are monitoring. There are some showers passing through southeast Louisiana right now.
And of course, we're also tracking Hurricane Raphael, which continues to shift south. The good news is it's moving away from us.
That's true, but we still have a split in some of the data that show there is still the potential we could get some heavier rain from the system. That's where we start. With Hurricane Raphael still a Category 2 storm at this time, it is moving west, and there's a decently well-defined eye, a little ragged in nature, but you can find that this is a little west-northwestward movement. There's a look at the latest data, eventually weakening to a Category 1, but the National Hurricane Center shows that this is well south of us and then starts to take a turn south and almost due south now. Bay of Campeche, and showing this with the winds dying down to about 40 miles per hour. That's through the weekend. That's going to next week. But you look at some of the data still with other forecast tracks, and we're still split here. So it's not 100% certainty that this is definitely headed south. That's where most of the data show this going. But there's still the chance that we could get even leftovers or influences from that storm to give us some rainfall into the forecast, especially for the weekend. Football games, other events here too. So there's Raphael. There is this other area of potential development, a very 20% chance, which is a very low chance. If this would develop with a system outside of Puerto Rico, this would be bending out the sea, and I'm not concerned with that at all. However, we still need to be tracking first up rain today. More focus on Raphael and how that could bring that heavy rain impact to the weekend comes your way in just a few minutes.
All right, Devin, thank you. Happening now, New Orleans police investigating a string of armed robberies in 2 busy areas.
Yeah, all this happening in the French Quarter and the Marigny. Here's a map of all 4 locations where police say these incidents took place, which include Frenchman Street, Governor Nichols Street, and the intersection of Esplanade and Royal.
WDSU reporter Elizabeth Kubel live on Frenchman with what we know about the crimes and the suspect. Elizabeth.
Yeah, Gina, police believe that all of these crimes could be connected and done by the same person. They all happened last night in about a span of about 3 hours from about 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. in the French Quarter and the Marigny. Initial police reports show the suspect demanded victims money and jewelry. We talked to people who walk the affected blocks weekly, sometimes even daily, as they share their surprise, especially they say at the time of day that these crimes were reported.
Since it was early in the evening as opposed to late at night. I mean, we're very used to the, after 10, after midnight, after 2 in the morning. But when it is not long after 7 p.m., it's much more alarming.
And again, right now, police are working to find out who that suspect is and where they are right now. Reporting live on Frenchman, I'm Elizabeth Kubel, WDSU News.